But now, apparently, it makes it very suspicious. Hi and welcome to Flaa Talk. I'm Kjersti Flaa, and here on my channel I talk about my good and bad experiences in Hollywood and working as an entertainment reporter. I've got help today. Magnus is back. We have a lot to talk about Magnus. But first we wanted to mention that yesterday we were hate-watching SAG Awards, Screen Actors Guild Award, that was on Netflix. What did you think, Magnus?
Yeah, well, we watched it though.
Yeah, we did.
We got through it.
The whole thing. Yeah. We watched it, as I said, we watched it kind of to hate watch it, and we were half asleep with our big popcorn bowl until Jane Fonda came on. And I have to say, I respect Jane Fonda. You don't have to agree with everything she says, but she is a force, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. She gave a speech that actually meant something.
Go girl, kick ass!
Yeah.
As opposed to a lot of winners.
Yeah, that all are just like, oh, I'm so grateful for this and that. I feel we watched Demi Moore's speech again today to just like, did she say anything interesting? And there's nothing. There's just like, she kept saying like, you have to, it's so much more important to what you believe than what you think.
What we believe is so much more powerful than what we think. And the saying that, I'll believe it when I see it. But the reality is, when I believe it, I will see it.
And then she thanked a lot of people in her life, of lawyers and all these names that no one really cares about. You have to remember, this is a TV show. It's being televised. It's not like an internal little party where someone's getting up, having a speech. So, yes, I applaud Jane Fonda. She's a badass. She really stands up for something and she's not backing down. She's 87 years old and she was on fire.
She created some headlines for that show, for sure.
She's the only one who created headlines, I think. And then we have Zoe Saldana. What do you think, Magnus?
She's winning everything, what can I say?
And then we have her co-star Carla Sofia Gascon.
She was a no-show.
She was a no-show. Was she not invited, or did she choose not to show up?
Well, sort of both. I think she's been asked not to show up, and she also said she wouldn't take away the focus of the show. She had those tweets coming out from the past about black people and Muslims and whatnot, and that didn't really go over well, did it?
No.
Maybe not the smartest career move.
It was kind of funny because she's the first trans woman being nominated in all this, like. I don't think there's any trans women, or do we call her trans women or just a woman? I don't know. But anyway, she was the first one, and there was so much talk about this, and now she's like, let's pretend she doesn't exist.
Wasn't even mentioned in the speech, by the way.
No. Zoe Saldana did not mention her at all in her speech of how grateful she was that she won, and she did almost cry this time. She's been crying throughout this whole award season.
A lot of tears on the way.
Yeah. I do like her though. She's very nice.
Yeah.
I've met her a few times and she's always really nice.
Super sweet.
But Jane Fonda, my favorite interview of all time. I have to say, she is totally my favorite interview.
You're totally biased.
Yeah, I am. She's badass. I like people that have opinions and not as scared to show them, or, she's a person that can make a difference. Anyways, we have to talk about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, Magnus. Let's not get lost in all these other celebrities. So here we are again with that Hollywood Reporter article that's been everywhere lately. So Blake Lively came out, or her team came out and criticized the article that was basically about how Justin Baldoni's faith, the Baha'i, had something to do with people feeling uncomfortable on set.
And also it was a big misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Maybe they said.
Yeah. But then her team came out and they criticized the cover for being sexist, basically. And now...
And kind of making fun of the whole situation, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, there was a lot of criticism out there about that cover. Did they make fun of it?
I think that was one of the there was
that
some
they
of the
were
criticism.
mocking it.
Yeah. So, sort of like not taking her accusations
just
serious.
like Ryan Reynolds did on SNL. Yeah. So this amazing creator called Zach Peters, who I follow on Instagram, has done some really interesting intel here. So he has discovered that Hollywood Reporter changed up that article 4 times since they published it.
Yeah, they keep going back and forth.
Yes. So mainly it's because Jenny Slate, it was first reported that she had filed a complaint to Sony. A formal complaint it must be, since she actually filed a complaint to Sony, because, oh my God, it's so dumb, I can't even explain it. Because Jamie Heath, who's also a part owner in Wayfarer, helped her get a new apartment in New York, and so helped her also to get her deposit back from the other apartment she had, which she felt was too small. And the reason he did that, or he said to her apparently that, motherhood is important, and she is a mom, and she had a toddler, and he wanted her to feel comfortable. And then she filed a complaint about that. Which was reported, I saw in the Daily Mail, in Page 6. The other media picked this up as well. But then something happened.
They changed
Apparently didn't happen. So the Hollywood Reporter now backed off and said that, it wasn't a complaint that was filed. It was actually just that she made Sony aware.
So she shared something, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe verbally?
Yeah. The thing is, if this was a filed complaint, why wasn't it in Blake Lively's lawsuits, amended lawsuits?
Mm-hmm. And Variety reported that there was no... That Sony said there wasn't no complaint. Right?
Yeah, there were no formal complaints. So that would put Variety in a bad light, saying that they don't know how to report on things.
And Sony, by the way.
And Sony, yes. So then Hollywood Reporter had to... They added this at the end of the article. They say, this story has been updated to provide additional context regarding Ari Emanuel's quotes about Lively and Baldoni. Apparently, there was more stuff in there. Due to a technical glitch.
It's a technical glitch.
That's my favorite part. It's a technical glitch. A portion of this story regarding Jenny Slate reported to an earlier unedited version and has since been updated. The Hollywood Reporter regrets the error. So an earlier unedited version, they claim that she actually filed a complaint to Sony. Where did they get that information from, and how did that information just change? It doesn't...
Or vanished.
Or maybe they have an AI writing this, and then that was just changed up in that technical glitch. I don't know. We've seen this happen before.
But they changed it back and forth 4 times, right?
Yeah.
So what's the latest? It might not even be the final version, by the way. It might come.
Who knows? They made it first. They said it was a complaint, and they said it was only that they maybe was made aware of it, and then they made it back to it was a complaint again. So
where are we now? What's the
The latest is there was no formal complaint.
They were just made aware.
Yeah, they were just made aware of it.
And we have been
made
aware of that you can change the story many times.
Yeah. We've seen this happen so many times here in Hollywood, especially when we were fighting against the Golden Globes. Stories would get changed all the time. And sometimes stories would disappear. There was a story when a female reporter was kicked out of the Hollywood Foreign Press of the Golden Globes, and that story all of a sudden disappeared from the Hollywood Reporter and Variety. The Wrap, which is an independent trade magazine.
Who was not owned by the owners of the Golden Globes.
No, very good point. And the Golden Globes is owned by Todd Bowley, who also owns Eldridge, and who's partnered up with Penske Media, who owns all the trades magazines here. Yeah. Anyways, this is like a whole web of what we could call, I don't know, I don't want to use that word, but it's
But the interesting thing with that was that they removed that story without saying why. Or it just disappeared. They didn't say we made an error in reporting, or let's just disappear it. And this is interesting in that context, this latest thing, because...
But I've seen also stories disappear from Google. Remember that other journalist that was called out in Denmark, one of the people that made sure that I never got access to the Golden Globes? That article disappeared from Google. So these things happen, and here's another example of it. But here, at least, the Hollywood Reporter, they owned up to it, and they didn't just change it, they actually made a note about it, which,
So maybe they learned from last time when they disappeared the story.
Yeah.
But to be fair, since we worked in this business for a long time, I mean it's not strange that you update a story though when you get new information. But to go back and forth, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
It's like you don't know what's true or what's not, and it really confuses.
Like the New York Times did with me. They didn't change the article; they just updated it. Because when you change an article, you are subject to a lawsuit.
Liability.
Yeah. That's why the New York Times didn't update the article on me. They just added a statement.
They forgot to ask you first.
Yeah.
When they put you in a bad light.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's the New York Times. And by the way, Kjersti, there's a lot of talk about your Wikipedia page online now. It's subject. There are conspiracy theories about it that you have a Wikipedia page. So did you know this?
No, until you told me this morning, like, oh, it's so suspicious that you got a Wikipedia page exactly around the time that your Blake Lively interview went
Yeah,
viral.
apparently, but it did show up around that time.
Yeah, I remember
according to some people online saying it showed up in August.
Yeah, and I remember because I think someone sent it to me, and I was really I was so honored that someone had actually written a Wikipedia page about me, and it was really nice. I was like, wow, this is a really great Wikipedia page.
Yeah, I remember you saying you don't even have to change anything.
No. That was really well written. So thank you to the person who did that. But now, apparently, it makes it very suspicious.
Yes, because this guy on Substack, DF Lovett, has written a lengthy sort of, investigative piece. Well, I'm being nice now.
Yeah.
About this, and he comes up with a lot of theories for why this exists. First, he's basically saying that you had something to do with it and you were paid by Baldoni's team. But then he sort of debunks his own theory and says there were 3 reasons for why it's there. It's
The Wikipedia page.
Yeah, your Wikipedia page.
Okay.
And it's collusion, that you colluded with a smear campaign, opportunism, to get views and raise your profile, make money, I guess. And it's a coincidence, completely.
Wow, good investigating skills this guy has. Well, so he says that either someone from Baldoni's team created a Wikipedia page for me, that person was paid to do that. Do you think someone paid this person to do this article?
Well, you could certainly have that argument, couldn't you? I mean, yeah, why not, right? It could be Blake Lively's team who asked him to write this.
So they're saying that someone from his team created a Wikipedia page for me to then make me more credible.
Or what? Yeah, or what?
Or what's the why?
How is that part of the smear campaign?
Yeah.
That you exist?
I guess
online?
Someone did this Wikipedia page because I got a lot of press around that time when my interview went viral and someone thought it might be interesting. I don't know why someone did it, but to claim that it's Baldoni's team that's behind it, why would that, I don't understand how that can even make the smear campaign more real, because they said that, oh, she has a Wikipedia page, so now I don't know. I don't know.
It's to spread your. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? The logic behind it. But then also you're being accused of having this Wikipedia page to get more views.
It's so funny how people get at me all the time. I get emails about this all the time too, that people are like accusing me of making videos about Blake Lively and making money on YouTube, and which is saying I'm getting more clout. But I'm like, it's interesting because most people that are on YouTube want people to see their videos. I don't know anyone who's on YouTube who doesn't want people to watch their videos.
Yeah, they put them out so no one would look at them.
That would be really stupid. But they feel like I shouldn't be talking about this subject because I've interviewed her and my video went viral. I shouldn't have the right to talk about this. I feel that's what they're trying to say.
Yeah. Maybe that it undermines your professionalism by making money. So all the other journalists that are talking about it and writing about it are not making money from it. They're all doing it for free.
Yeah, I hope they are. Otherwise, it doesn't look good for them. So stupid. Anyways, what else does he say here?
Well, that's basically it, because then this investigation goes into. I'm saying investigation. I'm laughing. Sorry. Then DF Lovett goes into the writer, or the guy that created this page, and his name is Paul Pashad. Is that a best friend of yours?
No, I've never heard about him, but thank you, Paul, because I really like my Wikipedia page. So thank you for creating it.
And then he goes into conspiracy theories about why Paul created this, and we cannot explain this because I never heard of Paul Pashad before. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right. If I don't, I apologize.
Maybe he's hired by Jed, what's his name? The one...
Wallace?
Yes.
Oh, there's much more to dig into here.
Yeah. I mean, apparently there's been people working behind the scenes pushing my video to make it viral. It had nothing to do with people actually watching it and actually reacting to it. It's all a hate campaign against Blake Lively that I also apparently was fooled into.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's sort of the logic behind it as well.
Yeah, like I wasn't even aware that I was being a part of it.
You were being used as a pawn without...
Everyone is a part of it. Everyone who clicked on every video and every post on the internet about Blake Lively is guilty.
Yeah, guilty as charged.
Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. And if you have any tips for us, please send them. Magnus is helping me read some of the emails. It's been a lot. He said he read like 100 emails this morning.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a lot, but we're so grateful. I'm so grateful. You guys are amazing. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do and hit that notification button so you don't miss an episode of Lost on Talk. And I'll see you in my next episode. Bye.
Bye.